Hey, fantastic fam. Welcome to our community where we combine the woo and the work. We are two professional women who believe we can have it all and constantly upgrade ourselves to meet our visions. I'm Kalyani and I've chosen the off-roading path to personal development, being an entrepreneur with the journey of motherhood. I'm an economics postgraduate and I love working with all things mind and money. I've founded and sold one business and I'm now building this business that feels like fun and freedom for life.
Hi, I'm Rupali. I'm a numbers nerd turned Reiki master and many other things. I found a passion for all things wellness. I've worked in banking and finance for 15 years and I love combining that knowledge with all things energetics to create impact in a fun, easy way for others. Join us as we share the behind the scenes of us creating wealth, freedom and magic.
Let's talk about some of the yearly calendar-based terminology that comes up around the markets a lot. One of them being the Santa Claus rally, which is around the time when I'm recording this, end of December. More often than not, in the last 100 years of S&P 500, which acts as a representative of the US stock markets, about 76 years have seen that December has been a very, very bullish month. Especially the last 1 or 2 weeks have been extremely bullish, meaning that the stock market has really soared past any expectations, and this is often called as the Santa Claus rally. There's also another mention to a triple witching Friday. This is basically when on any given Friday, this happens about 4 times in a year, certain cyclical contracts around derivatives, which are more complex securities, and they have a time factor to it, meaning that when you own this security, when you buy this security, as the asset is called, this could be options, futures. These are derivatives, meaning they derive their value from the stock price, but they also have other complex metrics such as a time decay value, meaning they're only valid for a certain number of days. So these contracts come to an end after these number of dates and days. And on a triple witching Friday, a few cycles, monthly, weekly, quarterly contracts all end on the same day, meaning there will be a lot of people exiting the markets, taking their money, whether it's for a profit or a loss, but it's expected that the market goes down on such a day. This Friday happens to be today when I'm recording this podcast. So I wanted to mention these two, and then there's one other one that I've mentioned before, which is sell in May and go away, which is often repeated around May time, as you would imagine, but before the start of summer, when traders who do this full time, they kind of are quite active day to day in the stock markets. By the end of May, they start getting ready. This is the perception, but they start getting ready for the summer, where apparently they take time off. I mean, I don't know any professional investor that takes any time off like this, but this is general perception, that they start winding down their trades, meaning from May end, June, July and August, the markets are quite slow. And then they come back in September with all that pent-up energy, and then September onwards, it's a bullish quarter, generally. This year, we have seen that. September actually itself, the month of September is not very bullish because in the wake of taking the summer off, this is all generalized, like I'm saying, a lot of the contracts need to be finished, a lot of positions need to be closed, and actions need to be taken, and that leads to not a lot of bullish momentum. It's more of a reflective, reparative month after taking the summer off. So that's September in general, saying that this month it was very bullish. And just overall, why I went into all of this is because at the beginning of my investing journey, I used to be in a lot of chat rooms and communities where there was constant chat around, like literally second to second chat from across the world, commenting on positions, commenting on what's happening on that day. Trump was president in his first term back then, and comments on what he said on Twitter, on what Elon Musk has posted on Twitter, how that's impacting crypto and how that's impacting the stock market, so on and so forth. And there was constant use of such type of terminology, and also, to make it worse, they would use abbreviations. So if it's Triple Witching Friday, they would just say, oh, today it's TWF, yeah. Or they would say, oh, the Santa Claus rally is coming up. So what would it be? SCR is coming up with a rocket emoji. And it took me so long to figure all of this out for myself, which is why in She Invests, the very bedrock of why I do what I do is to make things simple, enjoyable, fun, and sustainable for my clients. I just thought I'll take a few minutes today to explain some of these terms, which are interesting to know. But also, I want to end with the fact that they're not guaranteed to play out the way we might expect. So I explained about September this year was an anomaly. While I record this, like I mentioned, it's Triple Witching Friday. But it's also the Santa Claus rally time. The last 2 days have seen the markets being down, so it is a bearish few days. This was a much needed pullback in the markets, where it has been super bullish for the last few months. So who knows? There's one trading week remaining in the year 2024. And it could go either way. Whether the Santa Claus rally plays or not, we don't know yet. I'm 50-50, both sides. And this goes to also remind you to not pay attention to the news. Keep a tab on news, keep a tab on rumors around you. Be in a community that you're aligned with, but don't trade on the basis of news. It's very, very speculative. So if you'd like to know any more about investments, about personal finance, about the stock markets, then that's exactly what I do at She Invests. We are also really excited to be offering a retreat from Fantastic Females on the 18th of Jan. All these details are found on our socials. Please DM us, check us out on Instagram, and we'd love to see you there. Until next time, bye-bye. So what would it be? SCR is coming up with a rocket emoji. And it took me so long to figure all of this out for myself, which is why in She Invests, the very bedrock of why I do what I do is to make things simple, enjoyable, fun, and sustainable for my clients. I just thought I'll take a few minutes today to explain some of these terms, which are interesting to know. But also, I want to end with the fact that they're not